talking a new book with many salacious, over-the-top claims about President Trump. Sean Spicer, I spoke with him earlier tonight, said her claim that he was paid to praise Trump and other things she's been saying are totally bogus. Trump campaign spokesperson Katrina Pearson, I also spoke to about an hour ago, called Omarosa disloyal, unhinged, and she claims that, Trump is racist and everything else she said, and says that things that Omarosa is now saying are also not true, and disputing things that she says in her interviews. Pollster Frank Luntz, who will join us in a moment, he called Omarosa's claim that he heard Trump use a racial slur flat out false. Big question tonight. How does a publisher in this day and age of lawsuits, how do they not fact check any of these claims? How does any self-respecting publisher allow this to go to print? Why didn't they bring in the lawyers? Now, even the New York Times, remember they did a profile, yours truly, with that very handsome, well-thought-out picture of me? Now, I didn't agree with every angle or every point in the article or this hideous, despicable picture of me, even though they had 1,000 other choices to choose from. But on things like this, even the New York Times, I'm not a fan of, they would fact-check twice, facts, not necessarily the commentary. So they did their job. Where's the publisher here? And remember, it was only a few months ago, before that she was fired, Omarosa had nothing but praise for the president. Watch this.
Donald Trump is a very kind person. He has a really good heart. I spent time with him and his children and his family, and you can look at his family and see how close-knit they are.
He's not going anywhere. He has staying power. Ask me if I would vote for him. I mean, I'm a journalist first and foremost, but I'm also interested in watching this political process unfold. He's like the Tiger Woods of politics.
In my personal experience, Craig, which is why you have me here, I have never seen Donald Trump act inappropriately with women. He's always been very respectful. I stand with Donald Trump because I know that he has an incredible vision for this country, and he will indeed make America great, not just for this group or that group, but for everyone.
And over the weekend, Omarosa released secret recordings of Chief of Staff John Kelly and the general inside the Situation Room. She also released a phone call between her and President Trump that allegedly took place shortly after she was fired. The question I have tonight, I know the rest of the media won't even ask, how is it possible for someone to get a phone in the Situation Room? How is it legal to secretly record the President of the United States of America? Now, frankly, this shouldn't happen to a Republican, a Democrat, Obama, Bush, Trump. It's completely insane. Now, not only does this exemplify poor character, but it should also be illegal. And by the way, there should be consequences for those that do such things. But despite all of the very serious flaws and what is now all these claims in the book, the media is now turning and running wall to wall with any coverage, all Omarosa, all the time. According to Newsbusters, the network literally dedicated a whopping 93 minutes of coverage for this former Trump aide. Here's a small sampling of the coverage that just passed the last 2 days. Take a look.
The back and forth between Omarosa and President Trump seems to be getting heated.
Former White House staffer Omarosa Manigault-Newman is out with another secret recording.
Omarosa Manigault-Newman.
Omarosa Manigault-Newman making explosive claims against her former employer.
Omarosa was hired by Donald Trump multiple times. I mean, wherever she goes, Omarosa has a reality show following.
Well, Omarosa made some serious accusations.
Omarosa was brought in, by Donald Trump's own words.
Fired White House staffer Omarosa Manigault-Newman.
We've seen the White House take steps over the past few days to discredit Omarosa.
The Omarosa offensive.
The Omarosa tapes.
Yeah, more evidence of Trump derangement syndrome at its best. And while the media is salivating at the mouth over the Omarosa story, they also made up time to hype up this weekend's rally that took place in Washington, D.C. They said hordes and hordes and hordes of racist white nationalists were expected to attend. In reality, you have 24 racists, disgusting, ignorant, racist morons that actually showed up. In fact, the counter-protest was filled with Antifa and other far-left demonstrators. It was